the Lakers walked into Monday night's game knowing they had a tough challenge ahead. The Houston Rockets were one of the hottest teams in the league, winning 12 of their last 13 games and climbing fast in the Western Conference standings. But Los Angeles, fighting to secure a strong playoff position, had no intention of letting them extend that streak. In a hard-fought battle at Crypto Arena, the Lakers came out on top with a 104-98 victory, maintaining their grip on fourth place in the West. Leave your like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any updates. From the opening tip-off, it was clear that both teams were struggling to find their rhythm. The first quarter was slow and sloppy, with neither side managing to reach the 20-point mark. Shots weren't falling, possessions were rushed, and both teams looked like they needed more time to get warmed up. But while the start lacked energy, things quickly changed as the game progressed. Despite trailing by 3 points at the start of the second quarter, the Lakers began to find their groove. Luka Doncic started asserting himself on offense, breaking through Houston's defense and creating scoring opportunities. On the other end, Dorian Finney-Smith stepped up in a major way, locking down the Rockets' inside threats and making life difficult for their scorers. As the intensity ramped up, the Lakers fought their way back into the game. The battle in the paint was fierce, with both teams contesting every shot and scrambling for every rebound. By halftime, the scoreboard reflected just how close the game had become, tied at 48. Neither side was willing to back down. Coming out of the break, both teams knew that the next 24 minutes would be a test of endurance and composure. The Lakers managed to take the lead briefly in the third quarter, but the Rockets didn't let them pull away. The game turned into a tug-of-war, with the lead changing hands multiple times. Luka Doncic, who had been leading the charge offensively, found himself in foul trouble midway through the third. After picking up his fourth foul, he had no choice but to head to the bench, leaving the Lakers without one of their primary scorers. Houston sensed an opportunity and went on a run, forcing head coach J.J. Redick to make some adjustments. That's when LeBron James took over. With Doncic on the bench, LeBron became the focal point of the Lakers' offense, attacking the rim, creating plays, and keeping the team in control. Meanwhile, Dorian Finney-Smith continued to be a defensive anchor, protecting the paint while still contributing on offense. The Lakers began to build a small cushion, but Houston refused to let them get comfortable. If the Lakers thought they had broken away, the Rockets had other plans. The fourth quarter was nothing short of nerve-wracking, as Houston kept pushing back, cutting into the lead multiple times. Every time the Lakers seemed to gain control, the Rockets answered with a key basket. The tension in the arena was palpable, and it felt like the game could go into overtime at any moment. Then, with just over a minute left, things took an unexpected turn. Luka Doncic, back in the game after sitting out much of the third quarter, reached 20 points but also picked up his fifth foul. With so little time remaining, J.J. Redick had a decision to make: bench him to avoid a potential disqualification or keep him on the court for the final push. He chose the latter. That decision nearly backfired when LeBron James, attempting to set up a play, made an uncharacteristically poor pass that was intercepted by none other than Dillon Brooks. Brooks immediately capitalized, driving to the hoop and cutting the Lakers' lead to just 2 points. The crowd fell silent, sensing the momentum shift. But LeBron, known for his ability to rise to the occasion, wasted no time making up for his mistake. On Houston's next possession, Alperen Sengun went up for what looked like a sure basket, only to be met by a thunderous block from LeBron. The rejection sent the arena into a frenzy, and the Lakers quickly regained possession. With seconds left on the clock, Dorian Finney-Smith secured a crucial rebound and was immediately fouled as he attempted to put up a shot. Stepping to the free throw line under immense pressure, he calmly sank both shots, giving the Lakers a 6-point lead and effectively sealing the win. As the final buzzer sounded, the Lakers breathed a sigh of relief. With the Memphis Grizzlies also suffering a loss that night, the victory gave Los Angeles a 2-game cushion in the standings, solidifying their position in fourth place in the Western Conference. While Luka Doncic and LeBron James had their moments, Dorian Finney-Smith was arguably the unsung hero of the night. Coming off the bench following Rui Hachimura's return to the starting lineup, Finney-Smith made his presence felt on both ends of the floor. In 31 minutes of action, he racked up 20 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals, and 3 blocks. His defensive effort was particularly crucial, as he disrupted Houston's inside game and provided much-needed toughness in the paint. Every time the Rockets tried to establish dominance near the rim, Finney-Smith was there to shut it down. His performance was a reminder of just how valuable he can be in high-stakes games. While the spotlight often shines on the Lakers' star players, it's contributions like Finney Smith's that make the difference in tightly contested battles. With the playoffs fast approaching, every win matters. The Lakers showed resilience and determination against a tough Rockets team, but the road ahead won't be easy. As the battle for playoff positioning continues, performances like this will be crucial in determining how far they can go. For now, the Lakers can take pride in securing a big win against a dangerous opponent. But with more challenges on the horizon, they'll need to maintain this level of intensity if they want to make a deep run in the postseason. LeBron James has been dealing with a mysterious illness, and it seems to be affecting his performance since returning from a groin injury. The 40-year-old Lakers superstar missed 7 straight games due to the injury, and ever since coming back, he just hasn't looked like himself on the court. While he continues to push through, his numbers have taken a noticeable hit, raising concerns about his health and ability to maintain peak performance as the regular season winds down. Over the past 6 games, James has been averaging 18.7 points per game while shooting 43% from the field, a concerning 22% from beyond the arc, and 77% from the free throw line. Additionally, he has been contributing 7.3 rebounds, 7.0 assists, 1.8 steals, and half a block per night. While those numbers remain solid for most players, they represent a significant decline from what fans and analysts have come to expect from LeBron James. Through 64 games this season, James has averaged 24.4 points per game, shooting 51% from the field, an impressive 37% from three-point range, and 77% from the charity stripe. Along with his scoring, he's been a key playmaker and rebounder for the Lakers, averaging 8.4 assists, 8.1 rebounds, 1 steal, and nearly a block per game. These numbers highlight the stark contrast between his pre-injury form and his current struggles since returning to the lineup. Despite not being at 100%, James has continued to suit up for the Lakers, knowing how important each game is as the regular season nears its end. The team is still battling for playoff positioning, and every win or loss can have major implications for their postseason seeding. However, it's becoming increasingly clear that LeBron might benefit from taking some additional rest to fully recover before the playoffs begin. According to the Los Angeles Times reporter Dan Woik, James left the Lakers' locker room following their 104-98 victory over the Houston Rockets on Monday night, holding a cup of hot tea and carrying a plastic bag filled with nasal spray, cold medicine, and cough drops. These items are clear indicators that the 4-time NBA champion is battling some kind of illness. James later confirmed that he has been dealing with this health issue since the team returned home from their 4-game road trip, which wrapped up with a 134-127 win against the Memphis Grizzlies on Saturday. The travel schedule and demanding nature of the NBA season can take a toll on any player, but for someone like LeBron, who continues to defy time and expectations at age 40, it's even more critical that he manages his health wisely. Even before the game, there were signs that James wasn't feeling his best. During warm-ups, he was seen sitting on the Lakers bench next to a box of tissues, further indicating that he's been under the weather. It's rare to see James visibly affected by anything off the court, so for him to be carrying around cold medicine and showing clear signs of illness suggests that this might be more than just a minor bug. Despite his ongoing health concerns, the Lakers can't afford to be without him for long. Right now, they hold a 46-29 record, sitting in the 4th seed in the Western Conference. They are just one game behind the 47-28 Denver Nuggets for the 3rd seed, meaning that every game from here on out could determine whether they get home court advantage in the first round of the playoffs. And their next matchup is a big one. The Lakers are set to face the Golden State Warriors in a highly anticipated primetime showdown on TNT. However, this is not the same Warriors team that struggled earlier in the season. Since acquiring 6-time All-Star Jimmy Butler at the trade deadline, Golden State has been on an absolute tear, going 18-5 and skyrocketing up the Western Conference standings. Currently, the Warriors sit at 43-31, holding on to the 6th seed in the West. Meanwhile, the Memphis Grizzlies, who currently occupy the 5th seed with a 44-31 record, have been in a downward spiral, losing 3 straight games and dropping 7 of their last 10 contests. Golden State is now just half a game behind Memphis, which means the playoff picture could shift dramatically in the coming days. For the Lakers, this upcoming game against the Warriors carries significant weight. Not only are they looking to secure a higher playoff seed, but this matchup could very well serve as a first-round preview of the postseason. If the standings hold, the the Lakers and Warriors could find themselves battling in a best-of-7 series with everything on the line. Given all these factors, James' health is a major concern for the Lakers moving forward. If he continues to play through his illness without fully recovering, there's a risk that his performance will continue to decline. On the other hand, if he takes a game or two off to rest and recuperate, it could give him the boost he needs to return to his dominant form just in time for the playoffs. As one of the most experienced players in the league, LeBron knows his body better than anyone. Throughout his career, he has shown an incredible ability to push through adversity and rise to the occasion when his team needs him most. However, as the Lakers prepare for the final stretch of the regular season, they may have to make a difficult decision regarding his availability. With just 7 games left before the playoffs, the Lakers will need every ounce of energy and focus to secure the best possible position. Whether LeBron continues to power through or opts for some much-needed rest, his presence and performance will undoubtedly play a crucial role in determining how far the Lakers can go this postseason. For now, all eyes will be on Thursday's showdown against the Warriors, as Lakers fans wait to see if LeBron James can shake off his illness and lead the team to another crucial victory. The Los Angeles Lakers are expected to be highly active this offseason as they look to strengthen their roster. Even though they remain a legitimate championship contender, there's always room for improvement. The front office understands that with LeBron James in the twilight of his career, every move they make needs to be calculated and impactful. Their offense has already taken a major step forward since acquiring Luka Doncic, but adding another high-level scorer could take them to another level. A more dynamic offensive lineup would not only make them more lethal, but also reduce the pressure on their defense. With Doncic handling most of the playmaking duties, the Lakers could look to add a perimeter threat who can complement his game and stretch the floor. The team has already been linked to several potential trade targets, and now, an NBA insider has brought a new name into the conversation: Portland Trail Blazers guard Anthony Simons. According to Brett Siegel of Clutch Points, Simons is someone to watch as a possible trade target for the Lakers this summer. He would slide into the shooting guard role while Doncic continues to run the offense as the primary ball handler. While it's certainly a long shot, another team mentioned as a possible landing spot for Simons if the Blazers were to look to trade him is the Lakers, sources said, Siegel reported. The idea of Simons playing alongside Doncic certainly makes sense. He's an elite three-point shooter who can work both on and off the ball, forming a lethal scoring duo with Luka. Head coach J.J. Redick has also spoken highly of Simons' potential and overall skill set. Simons' ability to space the floor is something that has reportedly intrigued the Lakers' front office. His shooting range, speed, and ability to create his own shot would add a new dimension to the Lakers' offensive system. A lineup featuring Doncic, Simons, James, and Austin Reeves would be a nightmare for opposing defenses, creating an almost unstoppable offensive unit. However, one concern with this potential move is defense. A lineup featuring Doncic, Simons, and Reeves wouldn't provide much resistance on the perimeter. That means the Lakers would need to make another move, possibly adding a strong rim protector to anchor the defense. Having an elite shot blocker and rebounder in the paint would help mask some of the defensive weaknesses of their backcourt. This isn't the first time the Lakers have been linked to perimeter scorers. In past trade windows, they've explored options to add more shooting around James and Anthony Davis, and Simons fits that mold perfectly. He's coming off a strong season in Portland, where he showcased his ability to be a consistent scoring option. At just 25 years old, he also fits a longer-term vision for the Lakers if they want to maintain a competitive roster beyond LeBron's playing days. With J.J. Redick as the new head coach, there's also a stylistic shift expected in the Lakers system. Redick, a former sharpshooter himself, understands the importance of spacing and perimeter scoring. He has spoken highly of Simons in the past, praising his ability to shoot efficiently from deep while also handling the ball when necessary. That kind of versatility could be exactly what the Lakers are looking for. The big question remains, what would it take for the Lakers to land Simons? Portland is currently in a rebuilding phase and prioritizing future assets. To make a deal happen, the Lakers would likely need to include at least one first-round pick, along with additional assets. The Trail Blazers are in the process of developing young talent like Scoot Henderson and Shaedon Sharpe, so any trade would need to fit their long-term vision. Aside from draft picks, the Lakers might need to include salary-matching contracts to make the trade viable under the league's salary cap rules. Players like Rui Hachimura or Jared Vanderbilt could potentially be part of the package if the Lakers are serious about acquiring Simons. While the trade is still speculative at this point, It's clear that the Lakers are looking for ways to optimize their roster around Doncic and James. The front office has proven time and again that they're not afraid to take big swings when an opportunity arises. If they believe Simons can be a missing piece, they could very well explore what it takes to bring him to Los Angeles. With the off-season approaching, all eyes will be on the Lakers to see what moves they make. They have the chance to solidify their status as top-tier contenders, but it will require smart decision-making and a willingness to sacrifice future assets for immediate success. One thing is certain: if the Lakers manage to acquire Simons, their offense will become one of the most potent in the NBA. But whether they can build a complete team that balances both ends of the floor remains to be seen.